Hello and welcome to another lesson in the creation of our school management system. As you know, we are getting to the end of our training and for that matter our videos. So in this lesson we're going to just create a login form login form for our system. Good. So let's just dive right into it. Now what we need to do is just to go to developer tab, then we go to Visual Basic, then we go to Inserts, then we go to user form. So we have our user form here and running. Now there are problems. I think it's okay, but you can choose to adjust it the way you want. To me, it's okay. I need a frame, so I would just add some simple frame in it. Other frames though. Yes. Okay, good. We'll just adjust it to be a bit away from the user form. Good. So why wouldn't I just change the caption of my frame to login? Good. And then caption of the user form to system login form. Login form. Good. So we have that. Now let's just add our labels. So we have user ID here. This, you can just adjust it a bit. Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and then this is for password. So let's just edit it. Say user ID, and then let's rename this to be password. Good. Now let's introduce our labels or text boxes. Sorry, I have text box 1 here. Don't change the name. Don't change the name. Our codes are designed to fit with this name. If you change the name too, I can show you how to adjust that in your codes, so that shouldn't be a problem. Good. I think let's just go ahead and format this. Okay, let's just add our control button. Control button here. Good. So you can just rename it as login. Good. So we have this. Now I think let's just go ahead and format this appropriately, and press and hold Control and select this as well. Let's check on fonts first. Let's go to, we have to bold it Times New Roman. We give it 11. Good. This looks okay. This, let's check on font as well. We want to bold it Times New Roman 11. Then okay, we have that as well. Good. Why don't we adjust it here a bit? This looks okay now. Now let's just go ahead and then click. Okay, let's just click inside the frame and let's just check the font as well for the frame. So let's just bold it Times New Roman. We would like to give this 14 just to make this big. So we have this. This looks okay. Now let's just give it a color. So click inside the frame, go to back color. So we have this. Let's go to palette, then we choose I think this color will be good. Let's click inside here and choose another color for it. Go to this, will be good. Now let us check. Let's select this and that so that I make it transparent. So let's come to border style. Okay, no, let's come to back style rather, and let's choose transparent so that we have this. Let's come to, okay, let's move it closer. Then let's come to text effects, and then special effects. Let's choose sunken. This looks okay. So let's just debug it and see how it will look like. This is the way the form is going to look like. This is okay. Now let's just check. Select this and then press and hold Control and select this, and let's format the font in it. So let's just go to font. We have this. we would like, although we wouldn't be seeing the text, but then we'll be seeing hashes. Times New Roman, bold it, then it should be 12. Then okay, so try typing something in here. We have, okay, let's just debug it and see. So we have something like this, but then we don't want it this way. We want the password, username and password to appear in hashes and not in plain text, as someone can guess our password. So select this, press and hold Control and select this. Let's come and check on what's it this? Is it text? Or let me just check password characters. That is password char you are seeing here. So here means password characters. Just press the hash. So you can just combine this key, that is a shift and then a hash. So you have shift and then the 8th key that on my keyboard gives you the hash sign. So we are done with that. So let's just debug it and try that and see. So we have hashes. Yeah, so we have hashes. Good. So let's just format our login button. So select this. Let's go to back color. Select this, so go to this with this. Let's just give it some deep red here, and then the font or the fore color should be white. Good, perfectly executed. Let's just debug it and see once again. So we have that. Good. So this is our simple login form. We would like to take it to the next level, so I think it's okay. So let's just begin entering our codes, but then let's just do this. Double click to open this. So we have, so let's clear it. We're just going to copy and paste. Let's clear this. Let's minimize this, minimize our work. Now in our SMS VB codes that I'll be sending on the platform, we have login form folder in it. So we have this for login button. So let's just Control A to select everything here and Control C to copy. So we can minimize this and let's go to the, then Control V to paste. So let me just explain the lines of codes. You know, we didn't change the name of our button. It is still command button 1. It is still command button 1. We didn't change its name. So we are using this D as what dimension. We are just declaring some variables here. I told you if you want to understand this language, then you have to enroll on our course. Just check on us on KingTech Coding Clinic on YouTube, and you have everything there up and running for yourself. Good. You can learn more there. Now, with this, we are just declaring some variables, and we are saying our user ID, which you saw there, is equal to text box 1. We didn't change the name of the text boxes, as in what we did in our other user forms, where we changed their names to this and that. No, we didn't change their names. They are still default. Text box 1, text box 2. If our user ID is equal to admin, so if you want to change your password, this is where you change your password. I am choosing admin, but make sure it is in this what do you call it, quotation marks, because it is a string. It is a string and not a number. So you get to know this if you understand the language. It is, so it should be in this quotation. So admin. So you can enter, you can just select this and then edit to change your password here. Whatever you want to use as your user ID. Sorry, user ID rather. And then password is equal to, we are saying if user ID that is equal to admin and password is equal to 1000. So this is a number. So there is no quotation marks around it. So this is okay. So you don't add any quotation mark unless your password is going to be the same thing as a string, just as the user ID, which will involve maybe numbers and then letters and all that. If it is numbers, so you leave it without the quotations. If it is letters like this, letters, then you type quotations for it. You add the quotation marks. You open and then close it at the end. If the user ID you want to type in the text box 1, which is this, and then the password is this, then message box login successful, then you should hear that login successful, VB information application.visible is equal to true. So this will just pop up and then disappear, and then our application will be visible now. Our system will now open for us to do whatever. So unload me, it will just unload and then display everything for us. Else means if this condition is not met. That is, if your username, which we set to as admin, if you type in something different, or you type in this admin correctly in the user ID column, and the password is something different, that means else, then message box, you have entered incorrect login information, VB critical, this workbook not close. So the moment that happens, and then you click on OK, the workbook will close, and then you wouldn't be able to access anything into the system. That is what it means. So that is that. So I repeat, if you want to change your password, do that here. Sorry, your user ID, do that here. Password, you do that here. So that is that. So we are done with this. You can save this and we go to OK. Now there's another code that we are left with to paste. So let's just scroll up. Let's check this and get a workbook, the complete workbook. This, just double click to open it. This workbook, make sure you double click to open it. Now let's go back to our the codes folder. So we have this folder again. Let me close the first one. So we have this one named this workbook. Double click to open it. Copy everything in it. Control A to select. Control C to copy. So we can close it. Come inside here. Control V to paste. Now let me just explain this here. What we are doing here is this. This is just a declaration, private sub workbook open. We want the workbook, the workbook to open. But then, you know, we have multiple sheets in our workbook. But which of the sheets do we want to show the when we open the workbook? We want the home page to show. It's just like if you visit any website. To visit any website, we start with the home page of the website. That is that. So exactly the same thing we are doing here. The home page will then direct you to the about page where you read everything you need to know about the website. The same thing applies to our system. So on the about page of the system, you can go ahead and write a lot of text describing how the system works and all that. You can go ahead and then execute all that over there. Basically, that is that. But then let's just confirm something. What I'm saying is this: worksheet into brackets as a string, you can see the quotation surrounding the home. What I'm saying is this: I want the home, the worksheet I named home to open. So if your first worksheet we have created, you decided not to name it home, but then name it what? Home page or any other name, that is your business. Just bring that name here and make sure you spell it correctly. Personally, I named my own, or I named my home. This is it. Let's just go there. Let me confirm. This is it. So I want this page to pop up the moment we run or we are able to log in successfully. So that is what I'm saying. So home. So it means I want that what they call it sheet to just display. So we say application.visible is equal to false. So if that happens, all the application should just, I don't want to see anything at all, or any other application in the system is set to false. But then what do I want to see? User form 4.show. That is the moment I double click to open the system. I don't want to see anything. Application, I don't want to see anything about the system. The system should go and hide. But the user form 4 should what? Show. Which one is the user form 4? That is our login form. This is it. The fourth user form we have just created. This is our students user form, teachers user form, payment user form, and then finally the fourth one is what? The login user form. So I want the moment I double click to open the system shouldn't show. So the application.visible is set to false, means the application, the Excel application, the workbook shouldn't display anything. What do I want to be displayed? The user form 4, that is a login form. .show. So you show. So that is that. So let's just save this. Okay. Let's run our code and see. Okay. Let's just close this. Let's save everything. Now let's close this and then Control S to save your workbook. Save. Let's close this as well. Now let's close this as well. Let's just open our workbook afresh and see what happens. So SMS training. Good. So that is that. So we have to enter our username and our password. Let's do that. The username is, although you saw it there, but then okay, this one. So I've entered in, so shit, so it means I've entered the wrong information. So that means, like I said before, that is what is going to happen. Now when you enter the wrong information, it wouldn't open. So let me just enter the correct one. Login successful. So here we are on our system on there, and then on a home page as well, not just any other page. We want the system to just start everything on the home page. We can hide out, sorry. Oh, that's why we haven't assigned macro to this. Ooh. Let me just assign that and see. Okay, assign macro. Since we have done this right. Oh, since we haven't done that. Okay, let's just okay, let's close it. We haven't done it, so I'll fix that. That is for showing and then hiding the various tools. So I'll be pasting in the codes in the folder again, and then we'll use it for this. Basically, that is that. Let's just don't worry about that. So on the home page, we can then go to about page. We can then visit any other page on our, what do you call it, on our system. So let's quickly go back to the home page and check on something. Now let's just assign hyperlinks to this. So this should lead us to what? Add and check student details. So student details. So right click and go to hyperlink and go to place in this document and choose student details. Student details. Okay. So this, right click, teachers details now, hyperlink, then place in this document, choose teachers details. Fees, add and check fees details. So right click, hyperlink. Then let's go to fees collection. So you choose that fees collection, then we are good to go. Now check student Emis data. So right click this, hyperlink, student Emis data, student Emis data. So that is this. So, okay, so we are there. Now confirm payment and receipts. So receipts, fees, receipt. So we go to hyperlink. Let's locate fees, receipts, fees, receipt. Okay, admission receipt. Right click on this, hyperlink. Let's locate admission receipt. Okay, now let's check teachers Emis data. Right click on this, hyperlink, teachers Emis data. So we have this, then okay, so we are done with that. So if we should click on this, we go to teachers Emis data. Then here is like we have our home button here. Wow, we don't have a home button here. Good. So let's just go ahead and have our home button so that in case we come here, we can still navigate and then go back home. So let's just check on that. Let's go to insert, go to shapes, and let's come for this shape. Then we have our home button somewhere. Let's have it here. Let's have it here. Good. Let me just confirm something. It's no problem. It's working. So let's just right click and then edit text. So just type home. So this should be in capitals. Okay. So let's select the text. So let's format it appropriately. Times New Roman. We want to bold it. We want to center the text, then position it well. We want to format it appropriately. Come for this. So I think we are good to go. So right click on it. Let's assign hyperlink to it. So place in this document. Let's go for home. Okay. Click this. So let's go back home. Back home. So let's go to check the teacher's details. So we are there. So we can clear this information because we don't need it. So just clear it. So let's go back home. Let's just come to issue admission receipt. So we are there. We can just enter in the admission number of the student, and then we do whatever we want here, and then quickly go back home. Let's check teachers Emis data. Okay, we are already here. So home. Let's check student Emis data. We are already here. So home. Let's check admission receipt, we are here. Okay, let's check payment receipt. So we are here as well. Let's go back home. So teachers Emis data, we are already there. Why do I like coming here? Good. So I think the system is now up and running. So I would like to end this lesson here. In our next lesson, we are going to start packaging our system. So we're going to clear everything in the student details sheet. Now let's just do something before we exit from this video. Let's go to student details. Now let's just assign the clear macro from on this as well, so that we can just select the content and clear it at once using the. Let's see how that works. So let's just go to insert. Let's go to shapes. Let's select this shape. So right click and then edit text. So we say clear. So with this, just let's just select it, let's format it appropriately, let's center it, let's adjust it, let's bold it, let's times new ruler. Good. Let's just adjust it a bit. So let's just go to this and format it. So we have this. Perfect. So let's just right click on it, let's assign macro, let's assign the clear macro on it. So we are okay with this. Now if we should select this and then hit it, it should clear the content for us. If we select everything here like this and then go back to that button and hit it, it should clear every content for us. So that is that. So make sure you do exactly the same thing here and then Ctrl S to save. So we are done. In our next lesson, let's go back home. We're going to paste codes to help us execute these commands to hide and show our tools for us. So, and then from there we go ahead and then lock our cells and then leave the cells that will be updating and then entering information unlocked. So till our next tutorial, so thank you very much for watching and bye for now.